specific spot. It goes after the fact that we've used, but before the period. So we're sneaking it in at the very end of the sentence, as you can see here. So this is our fact, these lines, and then right before the period, we're going to stick in our inline citation. So that's where it goes. So it goes after the fact, but before the period. And the way it's formatted is that we use parentheses, and we're going to include two things: the author's last name and the year published. Author's last name and the year published. So if we don't have the author, just like what we did when we were finding reliable sources, instead we're going to use the institution that published it. So if we don't have an author, we're going to use the institution, or there's other words for this, like organization, group, publisher. All these are telling you like the similar words for the larger group that published the article if there isn't one author for it. So institution is good. You can just remember you can also use any of these words. Okay, that's the in-text citation part. So how do we do the reference part? So the reference is going to have different formats depending on the type of source. But whether you're using a podcast, a YouTube video, an encyclopedia, a book, an online article, they're all going to have slightly different formats, require slightly different information to help you find them. So we're going to focus on online articles because that's what the most of you have been using for your research. So it's pretty straightforward. You have the last name, just like in the in-text citation, but you also need a little bit more. You need that first initial. If they have one, a middle initial. Also, you need the full date if you can find it. Not just the year, but also the month and the day. That goes in parentheses. And there's a period. Then you want the title of the article, and you want the title of the whole website. So, for example, if you were looking at an article about heart rate on U.S. News, the title of the article might be How Emotions Affect Heart Rate. That would be the title of the page. The title of the site is U.S. News. The final piece is the URL. So that's the link, the www dot blah, 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 blah. So in addition to the link, you need all this stuff before it. Okay, so just having the link is by itself not a reference. You also need this other information. There's a reason for this, a practical reason, because sometimes the URL changes, right? It might not be exactly the same forever. So you need to have this other information so you can still search for it on the internet and still have a chance to find it. If you only have the URL and the URL is not working, you're out of luck. So that's why we need to make sure we have this other information too. And remember, if there's no author, you start off with the group name. And a lot of the time, the group name and the site name are going to be the same. So if you find yourself writing it twice, don't worry. That's okay. So when we're doing your classwork assignment and your exit ticket, make sure to come back to slides 7 and 8. They're going to tell you the right way to format this stuff. So slide 9. There's nothing for you to fill out. I just want to let you know that there is online resources to help you. One of the best ones is OWL Purdue. It uses something called a citation generator. See if I can pull it up here for you all so you can see what I'm talking about. Purdue OWL Online Citation APA. So I usually just search it on Google whenever I need to find it. But what this does is it can help you generate your URL. Or your full citation. So one of our citations, for example, is explainthestuff.com. Instead of manually trying to put that full reference together, I can use something like this to help me both find the information on the site and generate the citation. So you're still going to have to put in some stuff yourself. You're still going to have to look at the website and find information like who is the author, right? You're going to have to copy and paste that in there, but the benefit is if you can find the information, you can click generate citation, and it's going to actually make this citation for you. You don't have to format it. So that can be helpful if you're using different types of sources. You don't remember how they're all formatted. You can use that. So just keep that in the back of your mind. You don't have to use it for the science fair or your sources, but if you want to, that is a tool available to you. All right. So for both the classwork, our review, a classwork, and the exit ticket, you're going to follow these steps. So first, you're going to summarize a fact from this resource. So once you have facts or your list of facts, you're going to make your in-text citation, and then you're going to make your reference. All right, so how do we do that? So first, we're going to take a look at our first article, Static Electricity, from explainthatstuff.com. This is a printout version. So step one is find a fact. So I was looking for a fact. I just decided to take this fact here. So I summarized it. A lightning bolt is a large release of static electricity where built up electrical energy shoots from the sky to the ground. So I'm going to go back to my notes here. Let's go down to slide 12. We're going to do step 1, summarize the fact. So we can pick any fact. So that's the one I just happened to choose. It's not the only fact in the article. You could really write almost anything from the article here. So a lightning